What up, gamers? Welcome back to Kaboom! We're back with yet another exciting video for you. But before we dive in, make sure to smash that subscribe button, and I'll be sure to let you in on the secret behind Metroid Hero's hidden identity. Do you love our channel? Support us now. Get your Kaboom membership and get cool badges, emoticons, and infinite luck in return. Gamers and cheats. We go way back to the time when game cheats had to be mined deep from gaming magazines. But it was all worth it, as they made our gaming experience so much more enjoyable and quite hilarious, to say the least. While most of these cheats were put there to make the testing process a little easier for the developers, some of these cheats become so popular that many developers started to put them in intentionally for the players to find out and have fun. Here are the top 10 game cheats everybody knows. Metroid, gender reveal. Back in the day, Metroid was one of the most popular action-adventure platformers that was quite a hit for its unique and, well, not so merciful gameplay. And when the word got out that there was a cheat code that allowed the players to have a lot of rockets and pretty much every ability in the game unlocked, gamers went bananas with it. Players just had to type in the name James Bailey, and that was it. But the fact it made the game easy to play wasn't the reason it became so popular. Instead, the fact that it revealed the gender of the hero, which otherwise would have been covered by a large spacesuit throughout the whole game, was the surprise that made everyone crazy about it. However, the connection between the name James Bailey and the fact that it turned our hero into a gorgeous bikini girl is still a mystery. Let me know what's your theory on this. The ball game, Invincibility. While we're talking about retro games, I couldn't help but mention this classic mobile platformer, where you play as a red ball going through a ton of challenging obstacles in search of a possible escape. I remember spending hours of my day trying to beat the game, only to fail miserably in the end. But then, one day, one of my friends let me in on this super confidential secret that changed my life forever, and introduced me to the world of game cheats for the very first time.
Yeah, boy.
Through a combination of keys, I was able to make the ball completely invincible, and the rest is history. Do you still remember the cheat code? Drop it in the comment section. The Sims, move objects on. What's the absolute best thing that you could have in a life simulator game? Where you are free to unleash your imagination and create anything from a simple hut with a bunch of bushes around it to a massive mansion with multiple swimming pools out in the sun. Of course, it's having an unlimited supply of money, or the ability to just move everything around, because in life, or life simulators, nothing is ever free. Unless you have the right cheat code, of course. Move objects _on in The Sims became quite a hit when players found out that it let them move around each and every object in the game. Even let them merge these objects into each other to create some wildly magnificent structures. Enough to make other players jealous. Wish I knew it back then. Things would have been completely different. Mortal Kombat, Blood Mode. Arcade fighting games are fun and all, but Mortal Kombat takes it to a whole new level with more gory detail and insanely disturbing fatalities that are sure to make a faint-hearted guy throw up.
Oh yeah, little.
That's the reason why, in the early years of ESRB, Mortal Kombat was forced to censor out the blood from the game as it was deemed inappropriate for kids. I don't know about you guys, but I was quite fond of the brutal bloodstream just spurring out of the opponent's neck. And it seems I wasn't the only one that wanted it to stay in the game, as developers put a little cheat code using which the players could actually bring the blood back to the game. Sneaky, eh? NBA Jam, Democrats vs. Republicans. Sports games, like the latest version of FIFA 2021, is all about ripping you off on your hard-earned cash if you want to have more fun. But back in the good old days of NBA Jam, you could do that by slamming a few keys on your controllers. NBA Jam was jam-packed with a ton of cheat codes that let you soar through the air to dunk a ball or make the heads of your players grow ridiculously large. But the one cheat that made the game so popular back then was definitely the Republicans vs. Democrats, that turned the players into famous political personalities, be it George Bush, Obama, Hillary Clinton, and even Joe Biden. I mean, that was the kind of political showdown that I could spend hours watching. Star Wars Rogue Squadron, Black Cadillac. For all you Star Wars fans out there, I'm gonna take you on a little ride down the memory lane in the Star Wars Rogue Squadron universe, one of the most popular fly action games back then. Now, I'm not a big fan of massive ships flying through sci-fi universes, but classic Black Cadillac shooting out rockets and stuff, who could possibly say no to that, huh? Yeah, well, I didn't see the connection either, but that's exactly what made this cheat so hilariously fun. Imagine if it was a multiplayer game where everyone's seriously trying to shoot each other, and then there's you with your father's shiny black Cadillac with rolled up tinted windows casually flying around the scenic route. Yeah, just shut up and take my money. You're enjoying our content, right? Don't waste any time and hit that subscribe button on the bottom right. GTA Flying Tank. We all know GTA as the hub of cheats, and for all the fair reasons as well. GTA offers some of the most fun cheats that make the game 100 times more fun to play. But the one cheat that became quite the talk of the town back then was GTA's tank cheat that spawned a rhino near the player. However, it wasn't driving around the city destroying pesky humans part that was fun, but it was firing back to gain some momentum and flying off for eternity. It made us feel invincible, but the best part was using the tank to smash through the cop's helicopter that took some serious skill and timing to get right. Super Mario 1-Up. This list would have been incomplete without the classic Super Mario title. I mean, this game literally is a cornerstone of our gaming industry. The wildly popular 2D platformer has seen a ton of spin-offs and remakes over the years, but nothing ever comes close to the original title. Although not a cheat technically, but very few people knew about this back in the day, that if you jumped on a Koopa that was standing over a metallic or unbreakable surface, you could jump on it infinitely and get a ton of score until you hear the satisfying sound of a 1-up. Of course, it wasn't easy, but if you just timed it correctly, it was nothing less than hitting a jackpot. Contra and Gradius, the Konami code. Up, up, down, down, left, right, start. If you have ever played Contra, or literally any of the Konami games, you would already know that there's a series of keys that when pressed in the correct sequence would execute a cheat that works differently in different games by Konami. If you used it in Contra, you would get an extra set of lives that would help you push through the challenges with ease. Because dang, Contra was one of the most challenging games ever created, and having more lives meant everything to players like me. However, this code first appeared in Gradius to help the playtesters get through the game without dying. But apparently the developers forgot to remove it, and it spread like wildfire among the gaming community. So, Konami decided to use it for all their games, and later it became so popular that even TV shows started to use it as a reference for 90s kids. Check out this video. It's specially selected for you. You'll like it.